such a relief to be able to show every side.
It doesn't shock me that you say it's sunshine. Like if I think Drew Barrymore plus Ross Mathews, I think sunshine.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm sure you're both self-actualized people. Like I'm sure you have, but are you guys ever in a bad mood? Because I just don't see it from where I am.
Let's see. Well, I want to define bad mood, like, of course there's sadness, there's we all have crap in our lives, that come on, but the difference is, it's like, I don't know, if I had, like, I call it a real job, but like if I was a bank teller and I was suffering and sad and going, I would have to fake it to go into work and put a smile and do it. But the thing about what I get to do and the job I get to do with Drew and what I've done for over 20 years now is that when I go to work, it's almost like I'm fueled by it. Like the job actually changes my chemistry. When we walk onto the Drew set, I can't fake it. It's because they're clapping and they're excited and we have a really interesting person on that day. And it's suddenly like, that changes me. That shifts my experience. And so we are incapable of faking it, even though Drew's a great actress. But we certainly have things going on in our lives and we're just made better by the show.
That's a good way to put it. Do you have a favorite Drew Barrymore movie?
Oh my God. Fever Pitch is underrated. Never Been Kissed is perfection. 50 First Dates is the sweetest story. There's a million others I could go through, but those three off the top of my head.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Is there someone, I mean, you mentioned so many great people coming up on Hello Ross. Is there someone now with this new incarnation of, this new podcast, like that you was just kind of on your hit list of someone you would love to just interview? Or a few?
I started to type a message to Diane Keaton in a DM on Instagram. She doesn't even follow me, but I started to type it and then I deleted it because I'm like, what do you say? I'd love to interview Diane Keaton. She waved to me once at a red carpet. It was Armani was getting a star in the Fashion Walk of Fame, Beverly Hills. Anyway, that was my big moment. She like, hi. And then the Barefoot Contessa, I'd love to interview Ina Garten because she reminds me of my mom and I love to cook, I have my recipes and everything. So I would love to talk to her, and you know what? It could absolutely happen. Both of them could. I wasn't, the majority of the people that I've listed to you, I was never going to bother them to be on the show. And I'm booking it myself through DMs, texting people. My husband Wellington says, try it, and I've been so shocked. Everybody I've asked has said yes so far. So.
Wow. Is it, I mean, I've been doing this like 3 years. Is it like, are you in that addictive stage? Because it does get addicting. You're like, I've had people on that if you told me, like Sally Jesse is just an example that, I mean, what? That's happening. Are you in that addicting stage now of like, wait, like I am going to DM Diane Keaton, or, you just at night, you wake up thinking like, wait, I have another one for the list.
It's not addictive for me. It's more like, the best way I can describe it is like, I'm just driven to have these conversations with people who I admire. So it's not like collecting him, for me, it's more just like connecting, not collecting, connecting. And so that's what drives me right now, is like the fact that I could get 30 minutes face to face, even though it's on computer, but face to face with some of these people, makes me feel like, God, it's going to sound so stupid, but it just makes me feel like I'm in the right spot. Like this is exactly where I should be.
I could see that because it's a real conversation. It's a business and sometimes maybe they phone it in, but not really, right? Like it's a real, you're staring into a computer, it's 30 minutes or more, and it's a real thing. You're asking
it's
real
like
questions.
It's like our conversation here, I mean, you could probably like fake it and do a song and dance for like the first minute and a half, but that's going to get exhausting after a while. So we can, and not that we did that, I'm saying like we're incapable of doing that. At the end of the day, if you are sitting face to face, just you and another person, you're going to have some sort of real moment. You're going to uncover something that we've never said before or thought we've never expressed before, and so it's going to be insight into that person that no one's ever had before.
That's how I feel.
That is maybe what really is turning me on, that I'm addicted to, is sort of like getting to a place that these people have never shown the world before on a platform like this.
I would agree. And I think personally, I took that from your Chelsea Handler. I haven't listened to your newest one with Guy, but I took that. I mean, we've all heard interviews with Chelsea Handler, and I took stuff away I've never heard. What do you
Thank
feel,
you.
you're welcome. What do you feel having been in the E family about like the Kardashians? Do you want to have any of them on your podcast?
Yes, I just was texting with Kris 2 days ago. I love them. I used to go to the Christmas parties, which is hilarious, and I write about them in the book. Um, they are what they have achieved is like next level crazy. I was there. We started Chelsea lately. I think the same year they started Kardashians. I think it was the same year. And so as like I kind of knew them, and then they went from like, oh yeah, that family that's doing that thing to then like, oh, they're super famous, to billionaires, to like what? And but the thing about them all, my experience has been they're so sweet. One time I was on a private jet flying to New York, Chelsea, Kris Jenner, it was Kat Sadler, and Kim Kardashian, and they got there right like last, not late, but we were like, hello, private jet. I'm like, there, can I get there an hour earlier? Push every button. It's not normal life for me. And so they come, and Kim hands me this bag, and I'm like, what is this? She goes, well, we stopped and got salad, so I just thought maybe you'd be hungry. What? She got me a salad. I mean, like that's what I mean. Like they're just nice. So I'm happy to report they're still nice, even at this crazy atmospheric level.
And they work. I mean, that's the thing. Like they are workers, it's not like anything's being like they're real true workers.
But let me promise you, I would not work. If my first billion, I'll tap out. Promise you.
I promise you I'm going to be right behind you.
I'll probably still do the podcast because I love it so much, you know what I mean? And I would do things that I really wanted to, but I wouldn't feel the pressure, and it would be nice to be real picky.
What's it like riding in a private jet, 3,000 miles with Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian? Like, do you chill? Do you relax? Do you talk?
We fell asleep, like the chairs turning little things. And there was one point where Kris Jenner, she's like, Kris said, "Did anybody want a drink?" And, it was me and Chelsea Handler. So we're like, hello, yeah, sure. And she's like, I got it. And because she's like, I used to be a flight attendant. So she kept making like drinks and bringing them around, checking on everybody. Is that crazy?
Yeah, you wouldn't expect Kris Jenner to pick you a drink.
Yeah, but she was great. Really, she has a future if she wants it.
Could you tell in those early days that like you said, like you all started, like, could you tell, like, wait, there is a buzz around this family, or, is hindsight just 2020 and,
No,
I'm making too much?
I remember I was in Dantana's in West Hollywood. It was Lara Spencer from Good Morning America and Kris Jenner and me, and we were having dinner, and the door opened. And Kris goes, "Oh, my daughters are going to stop by," and the door opened up, and I think it was Courtney and Kim walked in, and all the flash bulbs from outside were going crazy as the paparazzi was taking the picture. And I remember thinking like, oh, okay, that's where they are now. This is early on.
Wow. How did you, well, first of all, congratulations. You're almost up to your 6-month wedding anniversary.